If you enjoy stories like this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more powerful true stories. The smell of oil and metal filled the small-town garage where Derrick Johnson, a hardworking mechanic, spent most of his days. He wasn't rich, he wasn't famous, but he was honest, a man who believed in doing what's right, even when nobody was watching. That morning, an old woman named Mrs. Evans rolled in with a wheelchair that barely worked. Its wheel was twisted, the motor weak, and her hands trembled as she tried to explain what happened. "My son's been busy. I just need it to move a few feet again," she said softly. Derrick looked at her with compassion. "Don't worry, ma'am. I'll fix it up. You won't owe me a dime." Just as he got to work, his boss, Mr. Clay, stormed out of the office. A man who valued profit more than people, Clay saw every minute of kindness as a waste of money. "What are you doing, Derrick?" he barked. "She needed help," Derrick said calmly. "I'll fix it on my break." "There are paying cars in line, and you're fixing a wheelchair?" Clay snapped. "Do you think charity pays the bills?" Derrick's coworkers froze. They'd seen Clay as temper before. Once he fired a man for taking an extra 5 minutes on lunch. "She's an old lady, sir," Derrick said, still respectful. "I'll handle the rest of the cars after." Clay's voice rose. "You either stop this nonsense right now, or you're done here." Derrick looked at Mrs. Evans, her eyes full of embarrassment, clutching her purse. He sighed. "Then I guess I'm done." Gasps filled the shop. Derrick gently finished tightening the wheel, tested it, and handed the chair back. "It's good now," he said kindly. "Take care of yourself." Mrs. Evans whispered, "Bless you, son." As she rolled away, Clay yelled, "Don't bother coming tomorrow." That night, Derrick walked home under the streetlights, his hands dirty but his heart clean. He didn't regret it, but he didn't know the world was about to repay his kindness in a way he could never imagine. The next morning, a luxury black sedan pulled up to the same garage. Out stepped a sharply dressed man with 2 assistants. The employees stood frozen. Even Clay hurried over, his usual arrogance replaced with fake charm. "Good morning, sir. What can we do for you?" The man looked around and asked, "Where's the mechanic named Derrick Johnson?" Clay forced a laugh. "Oh, him. He was a troublemaker. We had to let him go." The man's face hardened. "That's interesting," he said, "because the woman whose wheelchair he repaired yesterday was my mother." The entire shop went silent. Clay swallowed hard. "Your mother?" The man nodded slowly. "Yes, Mrs. Martha Evans. She told me how your employee fixed her wheelchair when no one else would, and how you screamed at him for it." Clay tried to recover. "Misunderstanding, sir. We value our customers deeply." But the man held up a hand. "Save it. I'm the owner of Evans Mobility Corporation, the company that owns half the garages in this state, including the lease on this one." Clay's face turned white. The workers stared, unable to move. "I came here to meet the man who helped my mother," the CEO continued, "and to make sure he never works under someone like you again." Clay stammered, "Please, sir, I didn't mean—" But before he could finish, the CEO looked around. "You're fired." Clay's jaw dropped. What? "You heard me," the man said firmly. "I'm terminating your contract. And as for Derrick," he paused, turning toward the staff, "he's the new manager, effective immediately." Everyone in the garage erupted in disbelief. One mechanic whispered, "Did he just say manager?" The CEO smiled at the stunned faces. "Compassion isn't weakness, it's leadership. My company needs people who care." Meanwhile, Derrick, who had just walked in to pick up his final paycheck, froze at the doorway. "Wait. What's going on?" Mrs. Evans rolled forward from the car, smiling warmly. "You didn't think I'd forget you, did you?" Derrick's eyes widened. "Mrs. Evans?" Her son stepped beside her. "Mr. Johnson, I'm making you an offer. Manage this shop under my company's name. Full benefits, double salary, and complete freedom to run it your way." Clay's jaw dropped. Derrick blinked, speechless. "Sir, I don't know what to say." "Say yes," Mrs. Evans said kindly. "You earned it." Tears welled in Derrick's eyes. "I was just doing what was right." The CEO nodded. "Exactly. That's why you deserve this more than anyone." As the papers were signed and the new sign Evans and Johnson Auto Care went up, the staff gathered around to congratulate their new boss. Weeks later, the shop thrived like never before. Customers came not just for repairs, but because word spread about the mechanic with a heart. And one day, Derrick looked out the window and saw Clay, now wearing a worn uniform, walking down the street with a job application in his hand. Derrick stepped outside, offering a small smile. "Need some work?" Clay looked down, ashamed. "You'd hire me? After what I did?" Derrick nodded. Everyone deserves a second chance. For the first time in his life, Clay understood what real strength looked like, not in shouting orders, but in forgiving those who wronged you. Have a wonderful day ahead. If this story touched your heart, please like the video, comment below, and subscribe for more.